Hi, today I want to show how to use another method of ViewContainerRef class to render ngTemplate dynamically in a ng container. So in this class, there's another method called createEmbeddedView that can embed template ref to a container, and I'm going to show how it is done in this step list examples. So in this step list example, there are two templates, stat and ability, and they are rendered in these ng container elements using a ngTemplate outlet directive. So in this example, I have three radio buttons, right? All, stat, and abilities. So when I click all, like both, template should display. So when I select stat, only the statistic part is displayed, and when ability is selected, only the abilities part is displayed. So let's see how it can be done using create embedded view. So first, I want to add an ng container element here. So this is the container that displays the templates dynamically. So the variable name is VCR. So let me use a ViewChild to access the ViewContainerRef. So the variable name is the selected. Static is true. Read ViewContainerRef. The type is ViewContainerRef. Now, so the create embedded view expects template ref. Right, so let me use ViewChild to obtain the template ref of stats and abilities. So ViewChild stats static true, read template ref. Stats ref. Type is template ref any. Fine. So let me copy and paste again. So the selector is abilities. Let me change the variable. Let me change the name of the instance member to abilities ref. So in the radio button, I want to add event handling. So when the radio button is selected, I want to set the selection and then use that selection to determine which template ref should be passed to create embedded view in order to display in the VCR container. So selection is 4, and I need to declare selection in the component class. So type is all statistics abilities. and the initial value is all. So selection is a like can either be all statistics or ability, and I assign all to the selection member initially. Okay, and then render dynamic templates. I'm not so sure what to implement in this method, so so the method is empty now until I know what to do next. And then I copy and paste the click event handler to other radio buttons. Statistics is the selection. Abilities. Okay. Abilities. Oh, here. Okay, so let me console log the value of this dot selection in a render dynamic templates method. Statistic. Okay, click select abilities. Okay, selection is abilities. Select all. Okay, then this dot select equals to all. Okay. Okay, after I do that, I can use this dot selection to determine the template wrap or template wraps that need to display dynamically. So let's say this dot selection equals all. Okay, that template wrap. If selection is all, then I need to render both template ref. So that's ref. Else if this dot selection equals to statistics, then template refs only has one element, which is a stats ref. Else is well, else selection must be abilities, and yeah, and I only need to render abilities template ref dynamically. Yeah, let me console log the results. Okay, the object is too big, cannot view. Okay then. Now let me refactor the logic into a separate method. So let me create a get template wraps method. Oopsie. I can in this method I return the result immediately so that I don't need to store and assign the array to this template refs local variable. So if selection is ability, then return this dot abilities ref. Private. In here, on template refs, because this dot get. So after I have the template refs array, I want to call ViewContainerRefs create embedded view to create the embedded view and display it in the ng container. So let me create a for loop to iterate the template refs array. Stop VCR dot create embedded refs. So the first argument is template ref. And the context. Now I need to pass the template context. So implicit is the Pokemon. So this is the result is an embedded view. Okay. After I create the embedded view, I need to store it in an array and then release the memory in ng on destroy to avoid memory leak. So let me create what is this? An embedded view ref array. So let me iterate embedded view refs array to free the memory to avoid memory leak. Oh. After I push embedded view in embedded view refs array, I need to call change detection ref detect changes to trigger a life cycle detect, yeah, like a change detection life cycle. Let me use inject to inject change detection ref, and then invoke detect oh, change detector ref, sorry. And then let me invoke DDR dot detect changes to trigger a change detection life cycle. Oh, let me do a small test. So if I click, what's that? What's the oh, sorry, I forgot to call this .vcr clear the container. Ah, strange. Oh, sorry. The dollar sign is at the beginning and not at the end. So let me try again. Let me comment out the first and the second ng container. Avoid any confusion. Now I click stat. Okay, stat display. If I click abilities, okay, of the Pokemon also display. If I click all both, templates display. But when the example is initially loaded, nothing displays. I think I know why, because I need to implement unit life cycle book, and then tells this component to render both template initially. Is dot render dynamic. Initially, the value of selection is all. I don't need to assign the initial value of selection in ng on init. Okay, but that is another problem. When I click the button or input the Pokemon ID, statistics and abilities are not updated. Oh, I guess I need to update the context of the ngTemplates when Pokemon input is updated. So let me implement ng on changes method. So let me add on changes lifecycle for this component. So the current Pokemon should be changes dot Pokemon dot current value. So I can render this dot. I can call this dot render dynamic templates and pass the Pokemon to it. But this method expects 0 arguments, so I need to modify the signature of render dynamic templates method. So let me add a new parameter to the method. So current Pokemon is flatten. I want to make this an optional parameters. Okay. Pokemon is, if current Pokemon is defined, then I use the current Pokemon. Otherwise, I use this dot. Oh, stat. Let me input 25 here. You see Pikachu. Yes. That's 2. Okay. The templates are updated nicely. Plus 1. Okay, it's updated. -1. Okay, -1 again. Okay, -2. Yep, good. So this example is working. I have successfully added code to call ViewContainerRef createEmbeddedView method to dynamically render ngTemplates. So if you like this video, you can share it to Angular developers who are learning Angular, RxJS, or both. So thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.